1, 2, 3. Okay, this video is to discredit the Wyandotte County court system and the unauthorized authority that they pursue amongst their residents in Kansas City, Kansas. I guess I'll start off the interview with what happened a few years ago, and in your case that caused, I guess to start off, that caused the injury to your right arm.
Well, my son was in Iraq and serving his country, and I got a notice, actually he got a notice in his name for code enforcement, and I went ahead and went to the hearing so that he wouldn't have a no-show and have a warrant for his arrest. I went to the hearing. I did the repairs that they requested in the time that they requested, and then the judge said, well, that's fine. Since you did the repairs, obviously you were in violation of the codes, therefore I'm going to put a $250 fine on the code enforcement. And I spoke up right then and there and told the judge, well, Your Honor, I am not financially responsible for the fine. I will let my son know that you fined him $250. I was just here to take care of the repairs and to show up so there wouldn't be a warrant. Approximately 4 or 5 months later, I was stopped in Wyandotte 7th Street Casino, and they ran my name and had a warrant for my arrest, which I was denying I had a warrant because I wasn't aware of any warrant. And apparently the judge scratched my son's typewritten name off of that paperwork and penciled in my name, and when that $250 wasn't paid, a warrant was issued for my arrest.
Okay, let me clarify. So they put a warrant out for your arrest on code violations on another person's property?
Correct.
Okay. And you were just showing up for court on behalf of your son because he was in Iraq?
Right.
Okay. Now, so what happened in the casino for you to get arrested, and what happened in the jail as far as terms of bond and the rights that you were supposed to be given?
Okay. What had happened when I was discussing with the 3 police officers that showed up at the casino, that said they had a warrant for my arrest. I was requesting to see the warrant, and I was told, we don't need to show you any warrant, and I wasn't showing them any respect, they weren't showing me any respect, and at that point in time, they may have given me one warning about if I don't cooperate with them, they were going to tase me. The next thing I knew, I was tased and hit in the chest and the lower abdomen with the taser, and at that time I reached up and pulled the taser pin out, so I only got milliseconds of a couple jolts, and when I pulled it out and threw it down, the 3 police officers looked at me, and I guess they must have thought I was on some kind of drugs or something, because you're not supposed to be able to do that. And so then they proceeded to just jump me and beat the dog shit out of me.
Okay, will you go ahead and show your elbow? I'm assuming that they wrestled you to the ground, and then the force was maintained on your elbow.
Yeah, they slammed my elbow.
Okay, just show your
they slammed
your
my elbow to the ground.
Yeah, there's obvious swelling. Do you still have the prick marks on your chest?
I don't
from the
I don't know if it's there or not, but it was right. He hit me right in the heart.
Okay, well, at any rate, you can obviously see the swelling in the elbow. What were the terms of your bond?
Well, I wanted to see a judge, and I wasn't going to make any calls to, and I didn't make any calls to post bond, and I was going to go to see the judge because They stomped my hand, they hit my eye, I hit the back of my head when they free-for-all and jumped me. They actually went into my wallet, took a $100 bill out of my wallet, and bonded me out with my own money, came and told me at 3:30 in the morning that I'm free to go. And so I went to the VA immediately, Veterans Administration Hospital, and got checked out.
Okay, regarding this offense, were you speaking to a lawyer, or did you tell anybody about what had happened to you in the Wyandotte County courthouse?
Yeah, I went and talked to a lawyer about it, and I was told that the attorneys in Wyandotte are immune from any prosecution or wrongdoing. Therefore, by the issuing of the warrant, which was incorrect, the police had no way of knowing that they actually had a warrant, and they can't be held responsible for doing their job and fulfilling the warrant arrest. So they were held harmless, and at that point in time, nothing could be done about it.
Now, so this was a lawyer that you went to.
Yeah.
Now, did you talk to anybody else after you were in essence a victim of the court system? By your situation, was there anything else that you did after that? Did you talk to the FBI?
Oh yeah, I went and filed a complaint with the FBI, and I was told that no federal laws had been violated and they couldn't do anything for me.
Okay, now this happened in Kansas. Would you agree Wyandotte County is possibly the worst county in the state of Kansas?
It's the worst county of anywhere that I've ever been in my life, and I've lived in 13 different states, and it's one of the worst.
Okay, who was the individual who initially brought you the code violations? What was his name?
Morgan.
Do you remember the name of the judge that you talked to?
No, I don't. But there's only two of them down there in Wyandotte. And
do you remember any deputies' names who you had a scuffle with?
No. I had a concussion. I didn't remember anything that happened from the time I got tased until 3:30 the next morning.
Okay. Well, sir, thank you for your time. And considering your circumstances, it's an obvious case of your rights being violated, and you just don't have proper resources to defend yourself. And this is a common theme in counties such like this. What I'm concerned about is that this is actually a perfected model when it comes to cases against individuals and the courts purposely taking advantage of people in light of their economic positions.
Right, and I also would like to say that the charges were eventually dismissed after I went. They actually had me going in front of the same judge that actually issued the warrant, and I tried to tell him what the situation was, and so he set it up for another court date, and I went to another judge, and I told that judge that nobody would listen to me about the warrant being issued. I was just a renter. I wasn't a homeowner. I couldn't be held responsible for financial monies owed on a code enforcement. And when they finally dismissed the charges, but I still had to pay court fees of $55. So that's just another way that they're going to get money.
Right. They received even if they issued violations that were not right, they still found a way to somehow get an economic liability from their actions, and this is what's wrong, and this is happening all over the country. You have safety officials who are using safety as an excuse in order to build revenue, and this is what you would call a police state. Thank you for your time.
Okay.